Hi Taurus, welcome to your new moon in Virgo reading for September 15th, 2023. New moons bring in new cycles. The direction this reading is going in is your intentions and what are your hidden motivations. Why do you do something? And you may or may not be aware of it. You may be exploring it at this time. If you have, it's often said that if you have the intention to help yourself, you may get somewhere. But if your intention is to help others through your actions, then chances are the universe lends a hand. You often get not necessarily a smoother road, but it's kind of like you're more, your intentions are stronger. You're more willing to go the distance. When it's not just you included in what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And so that's the the direction of the reading. And for you, the next 2 weeks, you have the World card. So that's a pretty big card, actually. It's accomplishment, it's success, it's celebration, it's things coming full circle. It is a new cycle, and this is starting a new cycle, so that's quite appropriate. But it can be that there is an old cycle that's just starting to finish up, and you're just cleaning up some of the smaller things before you move on to the cycle. It's a level up. It's like a graduation card. There can be some travel when the World card appears, or it can be things happening out in the world, in the larger world, that are affecting you or that you are very concentrated on. It gives you a yes card. It's not my yes, but you can take that as you want. But I think the hidden motivation here is quite interesting, especially where the World card is concerned and what's playing out in the world stage at the moment. For some people in this card, home and family can be a hidden motivation of the particular intentions that you're setting at this time. And new moon is the perfect time to set new intentions. In fact, one ritual to do is to write it down on a piece of paper, and in the new moon, in the evening of the new moon, to burn the piece of paper and to bury the ashes. I've done it before, but all you have to do is really intend. You can make that stronger in your own personal psyche to create a ritual. But consciousness is everything, so as long as you're conscious of it. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Wow, the Ace of Cups. If anything, there's a motivation here. It's your heartfelt desires. It's your creative intention. Maybe you are intending to have a family and move on from this kind of cycle of non-family or small family, and you want to do something bigger. Family could be here, it could be, but whatever it is, it's creative and it's heartfelt, and she's even kind of touching her heart center, so it is very heartfelt. You can have epiphanies with this card. It is inspirational, inspired energy, it's inspired creative action, and it is the beginning of something really new and wonderful. It can also be that you're highly emotional at this time. Emotions may be building, and you may need to release some of that. Drink plenty of water when this card comes up, but also pay attention to your thoughts and emotions while you are showering, bathing, anywhere you're near water, if you're swimming, that kind of thing. Water holds information. But it's very inspired energy, and it is a new action where emotions are concerned and creativity. Okay, so this can have something to do with heavier emotions when the Five of Swords comes up, because these are dramas that play out. And so this can be emotional burdens that you're trying to release at this time. Now, the Five of Swords mentions that it's really important for you to allow the dust to settle in any dramatic situation or any dramas that are playing out around you. before you speak, because your words have a huge impact with the Five of Swords card. And you may get what you want, but it may not be the way you want it with the Five of Swords. And 5 is instability. So emotions can be a really big factor where this is concerned. And again, there's a lot playing out in the larger world that is unstable at the moment, and this can cause some emotional reaction. You may even be finding out what the hidden intention is of some of our leaders, so-called leaders rather, and this could bring on an emotional reaction, one way or another. You know, you may be defending them, or you may be accusing them of something here. But this, on a, micro, macro, it can also be on a smaller scale of dramas that are being played out. And again, this is the card of you get what you want, but not the way you want it. Or you may get what you want, but it's not the way you want it. In other words, it's something that's hard won. It's something that's really fought for. But somebody pays the price. You can see them walking away here. And it's not a full victory. Or it could only be a temporary victory, and then later you get to experience the reality of it, the balance of it, that missing piece, right? Because 5 is instability. And yeah, here you go. Here's your instability, and there's the missing piece, the 6 of Pentacles. So the 6 of Pentacles is it's a charitable card. We're helping out somebody. This is you and how you're dealing with the whole situation. So you could be helping people out financially or in other ways, just being very charitable. Again, hidden motivations. Why are you helping somebody out? And to what end, right? What are the hidden motivations of somebody with a big ego that feels like they need to overcome their opponents to get what they want? What are the hidden motivations there? Now, it seems to me like emotion is a big factor here where motivations are concerned. And I get the word unload. It's just really unloading tensions that have been building up, unloading emotions that have been building up. And it's kind of like when you hold back. You really wanted to say something, but you hold back. And that energy and that information stays in your personal sphere, and anything can then trigger it, and it comes out, and it may come out at the right person's or the wrong person's. You know what I mean? You may be directing it at the person that hurt you in the first place, or that caused some aggravation, or you may hold back, and then somebody else completely different can trigger that energy or that information, and it comes out at them, right? So you want to be mindful of that. Now, again, the 6 of Pentacles is a charitable card. You're helping out other people. This can be financially, it can be physically. You can be giving them great advice on how to get better. You don't have to always give out finances. It is also medicines and minor illnesses. Well, you have the Queen of Wands with that, so it can be healing, because the Queen of Wands is associated with Leo. And that is a very healing card. It's the sun. It's the Sun King. And the sun is healing. It gives you vitamins. It gives you minerals. It helps you to be robust. It's slightly out of balance at the moment. There's some magnetic pull going on with the sun, and it's creating some instability on our planet and other planets as well, as I understand. But the Queen of Wands is still a solar, outgoing, giving energy. It gives. The sun gives, right? It asks nothing in return. It just gives. And so you may be behaving as a Queen of Wands, as a Leo, very magnanimous, very giving, very healing, has good creative solutions, creative ideas. I do really get a healing card, so if you have been feeling unwell, I would think that releasing some emotional burden as well as mental burdens will help to balance things out here. You may be considering what somebody else's hidden motivation is in regards to offering something, or what are your hidden motivations in regards to offering something. And that's not a negative thing. It doesn't have to be, but it can be, but it doesn't have to be. We'll get more information on that in a minute. Okay, let's go further first. Okay, so now you have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is my knight in shining armor. This can be something or someone that comes in to offer you some help. But what the Knight of Swords brings is it sort of comes in unexpectedly, or rather quickly. And the thing is, it's kind of it's a fast-paced energy, and so there can be some sort of aggravation with it. It's unexpected. You're like, wait, what's going on? What's happening here? And so information. Usually, swords are the mind, right? So information and action, or informed action, and that's probably what comes in with the Knight of Swords. And something can come in to help the situation. Can even be you, because you're offering a help of some sort. And there may be an emotional or difficult drama playing out, and you have something to offer to help balance out the situation. Another 6 cards. So yeah, definitely finding balance. Inspired action to a unstable situation that can be aggravating, finds its balance, and then we can move to, this is a very big movement card. This is moving on, but it's moving on to calmer waters, to calmer emotional states, right? Maybe we figured out what our intention is. Maybe our intention isn't to rule over a situation or to enforce our opinion on something. Maybe it's more to return back to a quiet mind, right? The middle path is the Buddhistic path. And that's not to do anything. It's to see both sides of a situation and to understand it. And of course, pick your team, but it doesn't come in where this 5 is very aggravating energy. It's a very dramatic energy. Whereas this is a more calming energy. Now, it is 5 and 6, and so we're taking these lessons that we've learned from this drama that's being played out in front of us, and we're digesting the information, but we're doing it from a calmer, quieter space. Oddly enough, though, we may have to leave the situation, because the Knight of Swords is movement. It's quick, fast movement. Something or someone that comes in and very possibly removes us from this difficult situation. And it can be you who's doing that for somebody else, or somebody else is doing it for you, or you're doing it in conjunction. Remember, we're talking about the world, and the world is travel as well, right? As well as world drama is being played out at the moment, which is pretty crazy out there. And so to find that inner peace and that balance is really, really important. It should be done through a natural way, though, here with the Queen of Wands, because sometimes this can be medications. And instead, try to find a natural source of medication to do that, if you're so inclined. It's always your choice, right? But to be informed is quite necessary here, because we're looking at hidden motivations, right? And this may not even be your motivations; they can be the world at large, or the powers that be. If the Hierophant comes up, then I know that that's a big factor here. And the powers can be also, job, or parents, that kind of thing. You know, it could be closer to home is what I mean. Okay, so nice. You have a new beginning here. It can be with a bit of a rough start with that Five of Swords, but you have two aces, which is really nice. There is definitely a new beginning coming in. Something has gone full circle with the World card, and now you're ready and open for a new passionate beginning. Both of you have fire and water, so this is alchemy for me. And both of those things need to find their equilibrium, or to temper each other, right? Because water will put out fire, and fire will make water steamy. So, you know, again, what is your motivation? What's motivating you? Well, in this case, I'm going to say it's your emotions and your passion behind those emotions, or it's your passion and your emotions behind those passions. Same thing, really. But you can have some very creative, inspired ideas. And maybe not everybody's on board, right? Or maybe they want to know what your motivation is before they get on board. Okay? The Queen of Wands is definitely somebody with creative solutions, and that's you, right? The sun gives energy to grow food, to grow animals. We couldn't grow anything. We couldn't grow ourselves if there were no sun. There'd be no vitamin D. Okay, Seven of Swords. Things going on behind the scenes. Sometimes this can be a tricky card, and when it's with this card, they're not close together, but these are definitely hidden motivations. Seven of Swords, things going on behind the scenes. What is he doing? He's stealing the Five of Swords, these five swords, right? The Five of Swords, stealing them from a camp that belongs to the enemy. They're over here doing their thing, right? Making their plans. And these Five of Swords he steals from the enemy camp so they can't be used against him. Now, is that what you're going to be doing? No, but there's definitely some strategizing going on here, and it can be against people who are trying to play a big drama, to get something over on you, or the situation, or your new ideas, right? Your new beginning. This can also be somebody who's very, very passionate in the fight. Maybe it's a good fight, you know? Maybe you're fighting for justice. Maybe you're fighting for equanimity, because we have two sixes here. This is also hidden enemies, though, and that would go quite well with this. However, these people are pretty verbal because it's the impact of your words. So you can be strategizing your plan of attack, so to speak. But remember, the Five of Swords is that nobody really wins here. You can get what you want, but it's still not a victory. It's still not a win. Okay, the Emperor. So there are people in big places here. This is not the Hierophant, but it's still the Emperor. So we are talking about leaders and leadership qualities. And the energy of the Emperor can come in, which is fortifying, and it's foundational. It is somebody who creates rules and laws and regulations for the good of everyone, or they rule with an iron fist. Always your choice, right? But there may be, you may be heading up something new here, right? Maybe something in the workplace happened to somebody that was very unfortunate, but it leaves you the opportunity of either stepping in or rejuvenating situations. It can be something like that for a few of you. You do need to find your equilibrium here, though, so we don't overstep our boundaries. Because you don't want to be this person. It won't work out for you well. In the end, in the long run. It may be a temporary win, but it won't win out for you in the long run. Okay, so what does Spirit want you to know? Now, this can be also father figures. Just so you know, fathers, grandfathers, we may be visiting family members, but we also can be going to calmer shores to create more stable foundations, to get the lay of the land, to, again, hidden motivations, right? What is it that we want to create? What is it that we're setting up foundations for at the moment? And how do we do that so that there's no hidden agendas, right? No hidden motivations. Everybody's laying their cards out on the table. Everybody says what they want. That's a good, strong foundation. That's what you can. We cannot build upon lies. You cannot. Eventually, the Tower card will come, and whatever was not built on solid foundations will fall. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It will fall. It just will. Sand can't hold that kind of weight. It shifts. You have the Page of Swords, which is my Capricorn card. This is ambition. I definitely see that here. I see haste as well, and that's with this card, and possibly with this one. Definitely with the Knight of Swords. But that's something that comes in quickly. It can be your haste, or it can be someone else's haste, but it's something quick. All talk. That can be this one, right? Let's see, what else does it say? Initiative. Well, the two aces are initiating something new and happy here. And also that Knight of Swords comes in to initiate something, but you need to know motivation. Also, the Queen of Wands is a great initiator. She's the spark, right? The spark, as well as the Ace of Wands, is the spark of life. It's that thing that wakes us up in the morning that says, yeah, I'm really passionate about this, and I really want to get up and I want to do this. This is what I want to do today. Restlessness. That can be the Five of Swords. That can be this, and it can be this card. And dishonor. Yikes. Definitely the Five of Swords here. And also this card for stealth, kind of stealing away something, stealing ideas, maybe, that kind of thing. Be careful of your motivation. And be honest about your motivation. Now, the Page of Swords for me is somebody who, they're half goat, half fish. They feel very deeply, right? But they're also somebody who can take the inspiration or the inspired idea and ground it, because they're earth and water, right? And so that makes mud, that creates buildings, or it can make things sluggish. That's up to you. But again, it's alchemy. It's the right amount of both forces that it's about equilibrium, right? The scales, it's about equilibrium. Not too much of one thing, but foundation sturdy, right? Okay. All right, that's it for this 2 weeks, this new moon. This new moon is definitely bringing in something very nice. This is supposed to be a really positive new moon, and we really need that. So please be a force for equanimity and equilibrium and motivations that are for the good of everyone. Thank you for listening. I hope this has been helpful, Taurus. You are fantastic for listening and viewing and watching. And if it was helpful, please share, like, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in 2 weeks. And I do dailies. Don't forget. Take care. Bye.